No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
1015 reasons why One Piece is greatness. People, we gotta talk about it because I ain't gonna lie, this is easily the greatest time to be a One Piece fan, and the series is over 1,000 episodes and 1,000 chapters in, but it is just phenomenal. Everything is just going great at this particular point, and I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna talk about the manga this week, but I was like, I had to stop for a second. After what felt like a long break for the One Piece anime, it returned with episode 1015, and I mean, did you watch the episode? If you watched the episode, then you probably know how I'm feeling right now. But if you didn't watch the episode, you might want to watch the episode, because I'm going to straight off the rip tell you that right now, One Piece episode 1015 is bar none, no discussions, no hype, no hey, we're in the moments, just straight up raw facts, the best episode of the entire series, not only from an animation standpoint, not only from an aesthetic standpoint, but from an also story standpoint, from a characterization standpoint, everything that you would want from an episode, whether it be a first episode or a 1015th episode, this episode provided, because for starters, it was straight up a movie beyond movie. I'm talking about, like, this was, I don't want to start putting stuff down or whatnot, but I'll just say this, I feel like this could have gone in theaters next to Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba's Mugen Train. I felt like this easily could have gone in theaters next to Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. I feel like this easily was a budget that was far beyond what you would expect for an episode, and it makes sense because, just quickly to give you the business side of things, because I like to talk about the business side of things. In fact, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications, because I'm going to give you a little bit more on the insight of the business side of all of this stuff, aside from just, hey, we like this stuff. Like, there's more to it, and this is why things happen. Because with the big break that One Piece anime had to have after the massive hack that happened to Toei Animation, the people that make the One Piece anime, it's kind of like dead in the water for the One Piece anime. Obviously, algorithm wise, it's kind of like if I stopped uploading on this channel for 2 months, it would be, whoa, really difficult to get to you guys with my content, because that's just the way these things work. And they were like, yo, you know how we're gonna immediately get everyone back with the first episode back? We're gonna just make the greatest episode ever. We're gonna put the biggest budget. We're gonna make the best animation, higher than stuff that we've done with the film. Like, these scenes look better than probably almost everything that I remember from the last One Piece Stampede film. And then boom, you're gonna trend everywhere like it is right now, because One Piece 1015 is so massive, so huge, so humongous that it is trending everywhere. People just do not stop talking about it. People do not stop hitting me up about it. And I'm like, yes, I know, people. I'm in the 10,015 club, which is an exclusive club. You gotta be into a certain level of greatness to understand us. I'm sorry to brag, I ain't gonna lie, but it feels good to be a One Piece fan, baby. And I mean, opening up the episode, one of the things I want to say that this episode provided on a deeper level, right? Because it was thematically all about fighting for your freedoms, fighting from oppression, fighting to be yourself, whether you're going into identifying with Ace and him, you know his story, and he's in the opening of the episode, or Yamato's struggle to liberate herself from her father and thinking she had hope, and, you know, seeing the Vivre card burning up, indicating that Ace died, and losing hope that, yo, I'll never be free from this man, and Luffy being that hope, that beacon. You could argue that's a little tropish of the MC that gave hope, but either way, that is really just important and integral to this whole episode of everybody in there is fighting for their freedoms, whether it be Luffy's simplicity of fighting for his freedom to be a pirate, whether it be all the pirates that are fighting for their freedom from the government, whether it be fighting from the oppression of the Yonkos, like, I'm going to be the king, and if you're in my way, you're oppressing my dream right now. You gotta move. You gotta get stomped out. And oh my god, can I not stress enough the art and animation, again, between the opening scenes of Yamato and Ace. Every scene, even them just talking casually, looked absolutely gorgeous. But then all of the stuff with the worst generation, which it's just, it goes into a lot of shonen themes, but at the same time it also felt so refreshing and rejuvenating, and maybe part of that is the experience of the aesthetics and all of that. Also, maybe it'd be a little missing that One Piece, but it just gave you everything that you would possibly desire for an episode, but also feeling like man, this is really showcasing what One Piece is really all about. One Piece is really all about liberating yourself. It's almost like something that maybe you would argue was thematically a part of Attack on Titan, you know, fighting to liberate yourselves from the oppression of the Titans surrounding or whatnot. That's the dream in One Piece. And even if they're not necessarily fighting for, you know, piracy, so to speak, somebody even as outcasted and basically in bondage like Yamato is also fighting for those same ideals. And, you know, whether it be that it's your job or your parents or a teacher, a class, something that is holding you down, all it takes is that one moment, all it takes is that one break, all it takes is that waiting and being patient, because the universe will reward your patience if you wait, and a Luffy will come around, or Luffy can be you if you decide, you know what, it's time, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to fly, enough is enough, I'm ready to chase my dreams, I'm ready to go out, I'm ready to become a Straw Hat. And easily Straw Hat Yamato is the best Straw Hat, since I couldn't even tell you, since one of the originals, because I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan at the beginning of Brooke and Frankie. I love them now, of course, but I'd say she's easily a better addition than all of them, and I'm not saying that I don't like them, I'm just saying that she is so freaking incredible. Yamato for the freaking when they and when Luffy walked up, and just going back and forth between Odin's dreams, and you know, that whole next generation is going to be the answer type of thing. And you know, we oftentimes we look at, you know, if you're in my age, if you're in your mid 20s, early 30s, whatever the case may be, if you're somewhere around there, you're kind of looking at the next gen, you're looking at these kids like, oh, they're silly, they're goofy or whatever. But just remember, when we were kids, we was doing silly stuff. On top of that, the world has changed drastically, so they're growing up in a different environment with different obstacles, whatnot. But the same way we was goofy and whatnot, and we eventually matured, a lot of us woke up from the bull stuff that we was into, those kids will someday, and maybe they can be the saviors that we're looking for with whatever it is that your agenda is in life. And I know I'm getting deep with it, but I feel like One Piece brings that out of me. One Piece feels like almost as philosophical in its thematic structure of, again, just a fight for freedom, all masqueraded behind this wacky pirate that stretches and you know, his pirate adventures. But extremely, I mean massively curious of your thoughts of this episode of One Piece 1015. I mean, I'm not even gonna ask if you think it's like an 8 or a 9. If you love One Piece or you're into One Piece and you're watching this long, this has to be, if you've given anything at the very least a 9, it has to be a 9 or better, and it's easily 10, 20, a billion out of 10. Best episode of One Piece. Your thoughts on it? Just what did you get out of this? What do you feel out of this? Like, I feel like this is what episode 1000 should have been. This episode 1015 is the late celebration for 1000 episodes, because it gave everything and then some. It advanced the plot too. It was just, man, they could air that in theaters, like a little mini thing or something, and I would be fine with it. I'd pay full ticket price for that too if it was on the big screen, and you know, some really cool stuff that would be a really dope event. And I guess let's say it together for the one time. Can you say it with me? Ready? For that One Piece greatness. イチローラさん、どうもありがとうございます。Yeah, people, we even went into our weeaboo bag for that one. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Have an awesome day. Subscribe, hit that bell, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, people. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys who didn't watch the episode go watch the episode now. Have an awesome day.